Well, hello everyone. It's been a long time since I've been online. And tonight we're going to talk about my DJ work. More specifically, we're going to talk about places I DJ'd for a long time that no longer exist. Places that were very important at one time and unfortunately closed down. The first shall be the Bolivar Hotel, located in Bolivar, New York. The old hotel was there for many years. It was run by a man named Franny, him and his father. Though it was called the hotel, in the last days it was simply a nightclub. And my work in there was with a band called Zor. They're out of Wellsville. I've worked with them on many occasions, DJing on their breaks. And through them I was able to get started in the Bolivar Hotel. Now, it's a shame the place had to close down, but Granny was getting old and decided it was time to step down and retire, and I believe his father is deceased now. But that was one place I took many people to. I'm referring to my exes, Brenda and Janice. Sometimes I worked there alone when I worked with Zor. And fortunately, in the last days, me and Deidre were able to go there together many times. Let me state that me and Deidre have been together 10 years now, and we've lived 98% of that time here in Shingle House. When I first met her, we lived somewhere else for a while, but that didn't last long. But anyways, the Bolivar Hotel, they had a liquor store right in the front of it. And at one time I was in a contest there. I actually won 2 bottles of free champagne from the liquor store. But the time I spent there with Zor, it was really great. People there love to party and dance and eat and drink. New Year's Eve, Halloween, Valentine's Day, many holidays I worked in there with Zor. It was interesting how we'd set up. They'd have the main wall to themselves. I'd actually be beside them they had a little alcove off to the side. They'd set the pool table back there, and I'd set my music up on the pool table. And as I said, I DJ when the band would first start, and then on their breaks, and sometimes after they got done for a little while. And it was recently that they closed, and I was very sorry to hear that. But you know, they say nothing lasts forever. I can remember some of the incidents in there. When I was helping carry the equipment in, it was snowing out and slippery, and a couple of accidents. Fell and hit the ground a few times. But I got back up and went back into work. Me and Zor, we've got a long history together, over 20 years. I've been a DJ for 37 years. And about, I'd say, 23 years of that time, I've done work with Zor on different occasions. The Bolivar Hotel was one event we always did together. Sometimes we'd order a big pizza from down the road. It was always fun. So now we move on. The next place I played was known as the Tannery, the old Tannery Saloon. It was located in Austin, Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Austin's mostly famous because when you drive into town, you see the ruins of the old dam. It broke during a storm back in, I'm not sure how long ago it was. It might have been the 30s or 50s. There's not much left of it now, but at one time it flooded the whole town. But yeah, there was a place. Actually, you drive through Austin, it's kind of out the other end. It was the old Tannery Saloon. A woman and her husband, Brenda and Lucas, the two of them ran it for many years. Now, this was a place where I always DJ'd with Deidre. We'd always go there together. She'd run the computer, I'd run the CDs. There were many fond memories in there. People we met. Parties we played for. Our daughter, Becca, one time came there dressed up on Halloween. She was Little Red Riding Hood, and her boyfriend, Zachary, was the Big Bad Wolf. That was something. Yeah. We always made our fill in that place and drank it. Sometimes Steve said I drank a little too much in there, but hey, you only live once, enjoy it. These events were always show events I'll remember. The old Tannery Saloon. It was a shame they had to close down, but Brenda and Lucas finally split up. And then Brenda, she was left to run the place by herself, and she didn't want to. She just closed it right down. But it was quite the place in its day. Sometimes you get a biker crowd in there. Sometimes you get families in there. People just want to come in and dance, drink, have a good time. Had a couple of brawls in there, I remember. But I guess whenever you work in a bar, there's always that possibility. And, well, it was just one of the greatest places I played. I was really sad to see it close, but again, nothing lasts forever. So, that takes care of two of them. Now the third one. I played in this place many times. It was we simply called it the Tannery. It was located right here in Shingle House. It was the only bar that was right in town. It was owned by an old lady and her husband. And finally they decided they wanted to retire, so the place got closed down. And unfortunately, the store next door to it, Acorn, bought the place and tore it down so they could expand their parking lot. But I'll tell you that place, it was very important here in Shingle House. Everybody ate there, drank there, socialized there. And when they finally closed down, it was, how do I say it? It's like a part of this town died. And as a DJ, I can remember many happy nights in there, making new friends, seeing some old ones, playing music, dancing. A couple occasions, they had some live bands in there. I got up and sang with a band one night. They often had karaoke in there. I can remember trying to sing karaoke when I wasn't so good at it. But it was fun just to try, you know. Everybody there had a good time. You know, it was one of the few places where there were almost never any hard feelings, any bad words. People were just out to enjoy themselves. Oh, we still have a bar here in town, but, oh, should I say it's outside of town? They call it the roadside, but it's not the sociable place that the Tannery used to be. I really miss it, and I'm sorry it's gone. I know a lot of people are sorry, because we all had a good time in there. Well, I guess for now that's it. We'll talk more next time about places that I work now on more of a regular basis. But it was just good for a few minutes to relive the past, the memories of the old days. And it's time now to put those memories to rest.